Is South Africa about to be invaded by Lesotho? This story comes from our tiny landlocked neighbour, Lesotho. They're claiming bits of our provinces: Free State, KZN, Mpumalanga, Eastern Cape, Northern Cape. Oh yes, and apparently a militia of Basotho is training in military-style drills on South African farms to take back stolen land. They call themselves Malata Naha, land reclaimers. It sounds like a band name, but hey, here we are. Welcome to the Rianru Show, where I look at those stories that affect every South African in some or other way. I'm having a hard time approaching this story with any kind of seriousness, but here it is, in the media. And no, it is not fake news. I will put a link to this story in the description box, so do check it there. Here's the kicker. The South African National Defence Force, the SANDF, which is legally supposed to protect our borders, now looks more like a struggling club than a military force. It's underfunded, short on personnel, and operating like a glorified job placement scheme. Experts warn that if we were ever actually invaded, we'd be as ready as a paper umbrella in a hurricane. Pretty defenseless. Our Navy has just one working frigate out of the 4 it's meant to operate. So good luck if anything floats towards our coastline. And the Air Force? Fewer than half of its aircraft can even get off the ground. And the poor infantry? Their vehicles are stuck in limbo, waiting on replacement orders that never seem to arrive. Why? Well, you can thank the glorious legacy of Denel's state capture for that bureaucratic masterpiece. Lesotho is coming for us. Apparently this is not satire, although it very much sounds like it should be. It would even seem that some farms on our side of the border are now training grounds for Basotho nationals of all ages, with the noble aim of reclaiming what they claim is stolen land, including entire swaths of the Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, Eastern Cape, and even the Northern Cape. Now, before you run for your nearest Lesotho border post with a slingshot, let me reassure you, this is real, but also completely ridiculous. Leading this effort is a Lesotho MP, a Dr. Tsepo Lepolo, the self-proclaimed paramount chief of Basotho land. He's currently out on bail after being arrested for sedition, incitement, and for allegedly trying to turn TikTok or WhatsApp voice notes into a declaration of war. The group behind the action is calling themselves Malata Naha, which roughly translates to land reclaimers, but currently translates more accurately to Facebook revolutionaries with camo pants. They've apparently been holding training sessions in secret locations on South African farms. The National Police Commissioner of Lesotho says this information is credible and that these guys are ready to take over. Take over what exactly? A bakkie and a bottle store in Fourierburg? To be clear, this is not Lesotho's government talking. Their Foreign Affairs Department has distanced itself faster than a minister from a pothole opening. Even their Prime Minister had to issue a national address saying these guys are disrupting peace and security. And no, the trip to the UN with land claim documents wasn't official either. Still, the idea of Lesotho reclaiming half of South Africa is adorable. Now let's pause here for a moment of real politic. Let's say, hypothetically, Lesotho did decide to invade. The joke's on us, because our own SANDF is currently in such a bad shape it might not notice until they reach Bloemfontein. The army is underfunded, short on equipment, and, according to defense experts, would barely survive an invasion from the Springboks, let alone a determined group of blanket-wearing freedom fighters with homemade spears. But of course, we have far more serious threats to worry about. For example, from 1 August the US will slap us with 30% tariff increases on some of our most important exports. Citrus, wine, cars, your uncle's bucky business. Up to 100,000 jobs are hanging in the balance. And just when you think it can't get any better, enter Bill HR 2633 from Washington, a bill that would impose sanctions on ANC members. Watch my other video. That part seems to have massive public support right here at home. Some people are practically printing "Please sanction the ANC" t-shirts. So yes, while Lesotho is holding fantasy war camps in the Free State, our ruling party is nervously refreshing the US Congress webpage, and farmers are bracing for tariffs that might do more damage than any Basotho militia ever could. So what have we learned? Well, South Africa might be a bit of a mess, but at least when someone tries to invade us with WhatsApp groups and unregistered army drills, we do what South Africans do best. We shake our heads and chuckle. What do you make of all of this? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. And if you found any value in this video, please do like, share and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one.